Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you once again. We're at 301 subscribers now. That's very great. I super appreciate it. So today kind of took a weird turn. Now I can only do what I'm gonna do right now. I gotta do a talking ride because I'm all out of options. It's gonna be a little bit of a dark one for the first couple minutes. Anyway, so what I was attempting to do today was do some door dashing. Well, tonight's topic, I'm going to talk about artificial intelligence, robots, computers taking over society, what that means for us. So, signed up for DoorDash a couple days ago, put all my information in, and then I bought a bag for it, $80 box bag. It's really swanky. I love it. It's a good bag. Holds a lot. It's a little bit of a flaw. It doesn't have a stomach strap. But you know what? That's okay. You gotta make do, right? So got the bag ready. Got mentally set. Watched a bunch of videos on YouTube about dashing on the bike. What it's like, what to expect. And today I set my sights on it. And we're ready to go. Went to Target for a bike mount that holds phones. I bought a strap that goes to your arm for a bike, and that didn't really work out so good. Let me see if I can turn on this light, if it'll make a difference for the video. Oh, it says camera in use. So that's not gonna work. Oh well. Alright. More things breaking down because of robots. Okay, so went to Target, picked up the strap, and tried to wrap it around the bike for the mount for oh, there we go. I got some more light over here. For a better possibility of being able to look at the phone, check directions as I'm dashing. There we go. Headed towards the city now. Nice building, huh? So, attempted the strap. Didn't really work out. So, $14 kind of wasted. I threw away all the cardboard for it. So, my bad. That's done. It's a done deal. Maybe I can use it for something in the future. I'll figure it out. But, yeah, so tried to get the strap to work. Didn't work. Said forget it. Went back to the house. Ate some oats and chocolate and raspberries to replenish my energy after I did a little push-up workout. And now I said, okay, now let's go dash it. I'll just carry the phone in my hand like I'm doing now and read the directions as I go. I could do it. And then out the door, energy replenished, feeling good. Then I get to the top of Broadway and it says I cannot dash. My social security number could not be verified. Now that's funny because I just got a new social security card and it's got the right number on it, and my social security number is good everywhere else, just not good enough for this DoorDash app. And there's nobody to really call. It's a robot, the artificial intelligence. I don't know if we should call it intelligence anymore. Just call it artificial problems. Non-human problems robot mistakes, because intelligent would be somebody answering the phone saying, oh, you have a problem with the app? Speak to a representative. It's 24 hours a day, a night, hotline. They're always here to help you. It's a pretty big app. I mean, they got quite a market. And then somebody would talk to you and have the problem fixed. That would be actual help. But now I gotta wait 24 hours because a robot needs to compute, do all that stuff to make sure I am who I say I am, whatever the problem may be. So, it happened. I'm not gonna be too sad about it. Hey, I see a rabbit. I almost hit 2 rabbits last night, too. I'm not gonna get too sad and cranky about it, as life has been lifing me pretty well for the last couple months. And the only thing I can truly do about it is to keep a very healthy, vibrant vibe and try to make sure it's like playing a game, right? Playing the game of life. And it's up to us to stay cool under pressure. We don't want to throw the chessboard, right? We don't want to rip down the whole basketball court because life's not doing it for us. We just got to figure out, how do we play life better? So I did the only thing I could do. I have a lot of energy. I was ready to dash for hours, but that's not happening. So a talking ride is what it's going to be. But that's okay. I love doing talking rides. They're fun. You get to express what's going on in your mind. And then occasionally a few of you will tune in and listen, and I really appreciate that. So we're going to go ahead and open it up about the topic at hand. The artificial intelligence that's creeping up on us. Well, I don't know about y'all, but my experience so far with AI has not been great at all. Not at all. At the airport, there's going to come a day when a family had bought tickets, $1,000, maybe a couple thousand spent. They're going overseas. Brand new apartment right here. They're going overseas and they're ready. They got everything packed up. They even brought the dog. And we're taking away people's jobs. We're not allowing them to work these service industry jobs. We're saying we don't need them. I say we do, because the family's going to get to the airport. There's going to be a problem on the computer's end. Something didn't compute right. And then the flight that's scheduled that they're supposed to take is not going to happen. Have a good one, buddy. The computer's gonna say, nope, we don't have a Mr. and Mrs. Anderson for this flight. That's not happening. And then they won't be able to fly out. A Christmas goose, presents for little Johnny and Susie. They're not going to participate because they couldn't get the flight. The refund's taking time. They can't book another flight. Everything's already booked. There's no hope. This is going to be what the AI experience is going to be. Over and over and over again. Until it's demanded that we get human beings back in the service industry, back in these roles where they can speak to a human, hear the problem, and then create a solution quickly before the flight takes off. Because it's more than inconvenient. We're headed towards a non-compromising robot says what robot goes kind of world. And that's gonna suck. It's not gonna be good at all. How could it be? How could this be of benefit to human beings when problems arise and you can't speak to a human being? You know, like it's all happened to us. If sometimes I heard a couple days ago, heard apps just didn't work, apps just shut off, and sometimes there's a power outage, or the computer just doesn't want to work right. It's just not working right. Can't be fixed. Has to be fixed by the AI. So freaking lame. I don't like it. Not one bit. So, along with that, just the problems of goods and services being mishandled because there's no human being on the other side to get it done. We're also going to have problems where identification is totally missed, totally not what it should be. In the robot, the AI, the artificial problems is going to say, there's Meow Wolf right there. I have not been there yet. A nice looking light up for the night. Empower Field, where the Broncos play. Very lovely, right? Big arena. Bread and circuses. That's what we got now. And the AI is gonna let us down once again. We've seen it already. It's happening again and again. So we're gonna have problems of misidentification, or funds that could not be transferred fast enough because of artificial intelligence, and your name that should be on the schedule is not, and you're going to be overlooked. Another good shot of Empower Field. Empower, that mile high, baby. Go Broncos, go! And that's what we're going to experience over and over again. The people are going to demand it until artificial intelligence really gets its act together. But good luck. Good luck with the way things are going. Economically, things are not going smoothly at all. And going off on a little political rant here, but I heard that like $20 billion was given to Argentina from ours truly, Mr. Trump, to save their country from something. And trust me, I definitely have a heart. I really do. But, you know, do we not have problems going on in our country? Are we not experiencing our own downfall right now in real time with absolute crazy inflation? With a $20 bill that's been devalued 8 times, with the dollar that has lost 96% of its spending power since 1913. A trickle of problem that has occurred over and over, and it's not helping us. Not helping us at all. It just seems like an idiotic move. I know we're America and supposed to help save everybody, and we're the big brother on the block, and we play world police. But does it really seem like at this time that we need to? Does it seem at this time that we actually need to save somebody else when we're definitely in hot water ourselves, and everybody knows it, and we all feel it? Do we really need to reach out and save Argentina? I mean, 20 billion is a lot, and every year I know we're printing more money, more trillions, and I think that's absolutely irresponsible. I understand why we're doing it, because if we don't, we're gonna default, just like in 2008, how we default on the money. People couldn't pay up, And just like that, lots of people were out of business. I remember there's a store called Par Avion down in Colorado Springs. I worked at Noodles and Company for a long time, and Par Avion was a fancy, snooty store with snooty cheeses and wines, and everything that's swanky was served there. 2008 collapse happened, and the housing bubble burst, and just like that, the doors were sealed shut, chains across the doors, a letter on the door saying, "Thanks for your patronage," and all the stuff inside sat there and rotted. It was there for months, and the electricity was turned off, and all the food that was in there went to absolute waste, and it stopped like that overnight. Just a complete shutdown, kind of like 2020. And that is what we're facing currently. And I understand that we're the frog, the warm frog, and the warm water, but we don't know that the water is just warm now, but it's going to get hot soon. It's going to boil, and then we're going to be boiled frog. That's where we're at. This trend of collapses has happened. We all know, I don't know if we all know, I know what happened to Venezuela. They went south in not a good way. Very, very terrifying. And the Great Depression, that happened. And we're absolutely kidding ourselves if we think we can get out of this. We need to do a much better job at taking care of fiscal responsibilities, but printing more money to stave off the debt and not cash in, because eventually we're gonna have to cash in. Now gold is 4,000 plus for an ounce. This is not good. This is in fact terrible. Here's a nice cityscape picture. Gorgeous, right? Very beautiful. But, I mean, what are we gonna do? This is really bad. What's real sad is what happens afterwards, after the crash. There's panic, there's people pulling out all their money, and then if the inflation, the true hyperinflation starts, that's when dollars are losing its value throughout the day. Like, for instance, a soup could be $6 at 12 p.m. and then by 8 p.m. at dinner time, the soup may cost $20, like that fast. Like, this is a terrifying, scary thing to experience. They were burning money to stay warm before in Germany. That's how much they were printing. And everybody needed to get paid the day of to make it make sense. This is a terrible thing, terrible policy, which leads me to believe that we'll eventually end up on UBI, a universal basic income, and maybe it won't be like money anymore. Maybe it'll just be goods and services. I could imagine it could be everyone's getting a socialism kind of experience where everyone gets the same. But I don't believe in that at all, because some people strive for absolute greatness and they want a lot. I want what I want, and for the most part, I get it. But I mean, why should we all get offered the same stuff if some person is driven and wants to do more? Shouldn't they be able to get more out of their work? I think they should. I think that's imperative. And if everyone's paid the same, no matter how hard you work or how little you work, I mean, that causes a big wrench being thrown in the cogs, if you ask me. It's not a good policy. We'll see what happens, though. But as far as it goes for now, all the AI nonsense, it kind of sucks. And now people can write papers and get all this extra work done using AI. And I think that is good to a point. But at the same time, we're gonna lose our smarts. I think most people don't write in cursive anymore. And I think a lot of people they're not gonna read, they're just not gonna do their homework assignment, they're gonna let AI do everything. And if we let AI do everything, we're gonna be a society that knows nothing. And that's not good either. It's pretty cozy down here though. What I did notice is next to the bridges, swinging on left, next to the bridges it's warmer, nice warm pockets. And of course next to all these giant buildings, very warm as well. Right here's a nice little spot on Cherry Creek Platte River Trail. And it's very deep in the city. As you see, there's buildings everywhere. I love this little area. Look at how beautiful. We got nice autumn leaves. I really like this area. Super swanky. I wonder how much of those apartments are. I'm guessing somewhere in the 2,000 to 4,000 for 1 square foot. No, I'm sure they're probably 4.5, 5,000 a month. Something ridiculous. And that's one of the biggest problems, as we all know. The renting bubble, housing bubble, just living expenses is crazy. We're all in survival mode now and put mating and dating on the back burner. And I'm not even concerned about that now because right now I'm just in a fight for survival. And that's what we're gonna have to do. It's gonna be a whole lot of surviving. We're gonna do our best though. Keep our heads up and make sure we never let up on the gas. All gas, no brakes, baby. Going for the gold, we have no choice. And I guess that's the way humanity's been for a long time. And the only people that got to truly experience the good times were the, say, late 40s to about early 90s. It was pretty good. Now we're in a crazy place, very wild. Here's a little panoramic view of the whole trail. Very swanky, right? All right, I'm gonna call it quits on this talk and ride. So thank you if anybody out there watching these. I appreciate it. Gonna finish up my ride safely with both hands and put the phone down. All right, Odd Fitness, and we're keeping busy and signing out.